This is my character guide for RIbrianne introduced in DLC 9 or Ultra Pack 1. She is a very interesting character with a very diverse and interesting moveset, strange supers, and is excellent for PvP. Her super soul is That Won't Work On Me, which once when you're hit with an ultimate will temporarily reduce all damage taken by an extra large amount, and a limit burst gives you auto health and stamina recovery at the cost of your defense. First, let's look at the moveset. First, let's go over the buffs. Anything ending in the Bum Slam will give you the blue buff, giving you 25 to 30% movement speed increase. Something like that, couldn't be exact. Next, anything that will end with this kind of weird wheel attack will end up giving you the red buff, giving you 30% extra basic attack damage for 30 seconds. Anything ending in the Love Body Slam will give you the yellow buff, giving you temporary key auto recovery. And you can start seeing why she's a bit overpowered. Any combo ending in the mixed combo chain will give you the orange buff, giving you a 10% temporary defense buff. And yes, there is more. Anything ending in the full light combo chain, which is this punch, will give you the green buff, which will give you stamina auto recovery. Yeah, let's get on with the normal moveset. Now let's look at the super moves. Starting things off, she has Pretty Charge. It's basically maximum charge, but with a nice addition. That if you charge less than 5 full key bars and end up maxing out your key, you will not have that animation, giving you more time to attack. Formation Stage 1 gives you 10% extra super damage. Stage 2 will give you 15% extra super damage. And finally, Stage 3 will give you 25% extra super damage, which can get pretty ridiculous when you stack on her buffs. Next is Pretty Cannon, a quick acting super move that stacks on damage to your ultimate. Next is Lovely Cyclone, a move that you can use like this, or you can press the button again to do a body slam, which has a pretty decent knockback distance. Her first ultimate is RIbrianne's Eternal Love, which fires a gigantic heart at the enemy. That's all I can say, really. And the next move, Lovely Showtime, is a ridiculous buff move. If you manage to pull this move off, you'll get 30% extra attack buff damage. It will stack with all of the regen poses of her normal moveset. You'll also get the 25 to 30% movement speed buff from her moveset. You'll also get 10% damage buff, just like you would in her moveset. It still keeps going. You'll also get 10 full key bars. And yes, it still keeps going, because you'll also get 10 full stamina bars, just in case that wasn't overpowered enough. But wait, there's more! Because this move also stacks with Formation, and it gives you all 6 Pretty Cannon stack buffs to your ultimate permanently. And her evasive is Maiden Burst to push everyone away who gets a little bit too close. Now it's time for the damage test! Starting things off, a quick Pretty Cannon will do 1,969 damage. Not amazing. If you fully charge the move though, it does a lot better and does 2,962 damage. Lovely Cyclone, left on its own, will do 1,852 damage. RIbrianne's Eternal Love, if you hit them with it without any stacks, will do 4,939 damage. Maiden Burst will do 990 damage. Lovely Showtime time. After getting all 6 Pretty Cannon stacks from this move, and then you'll just see the difference that it would make if you did 6 Pretty Cannons to your ultimate. And it's pretty ridiculous, because after all that, your ultimate will do 11,626 damage, over double, almost triple. Formation, stage 3 on top of this. Just watch the carnage, really. It does 14,532 damage, which is insane. Her full light combo chain will do a pretty okay 2,961 damage, and her full heavy combo chain will love body slam the enemy, doing 3,340 damage, and your full mixed combo chain will do a pretty decent 4,576 damage. However, if you have a basic attack buff, your light combo chain will do a much better 3,850 damage, pretty ridiculous. The full heavy combo chain will do 4,341 damage, also ridiculous. And the full mixed combo does 5,947 damage. Here is the first super damage combo we're going to be calling I Can't Stop Loving You, utilising an easy stamina break combination straight into an extended light and heavy combination into a Lovely Cyclone, finishing up with a quick acting Pretty Cannon that will do a pretty decent 9,118 damage. Next super damage combo is going to be called Let Me Put My Love Into You Babe, utilising the same stamina break combination and then an extended mixed combination straight into a Pretty Cannon that will do a much better 11,778 damage. Finally, if you have the attack damage buff, this one's going to be called I'm Gonna Love You to Death, which utilises an extended light and heavy stamina break combination into a full mixed combination chain, going into RIbrianne's Eternal Love, hitting them on the way down, sending them flying and smashing them into oblivion with 23,192 damage. This has been my character guide for RIbrianne, introduced in DLC 9 or Ultra Pack 1. Pretty overpowered, pretty fun, a lot better than I was expecting. If you'd like one of your favourite characters featured in this character guide series, then leave them down below in the comments. But until then, stay tuned for the next exciting episode of AxoniusRex.